Hey guys, today I just wanted to talk to you guys about solo canoes and the biggest problem with them. And for any of you that have owned a solo canoe or any of you that have looked into buying a solo canoe, you've probably realized the biggest problem with them is how in the heck do you carry them on a portage? Because typically in a canoe your yoke is going in the center of the canoe, so it balances nice for you. But the problem with solos is you sit in the center of the canoe. So what in the heck do you do? Well, today I'm going to offer up a couple of the solutions I've come up with for the problem. The first solution I came up with probably 8 years ago is this handy dandy seat here with a yoke on the back of the backrest. And so when you want to carry it, you just flip it down and tie it off. A little tricky to do this with one hand. Just do not like that. Boom, that's staying for you. And then when you get done the portage, you just give that a little tug, flip your seat up, and you got a backrest. That's the biggest advantage of this solution, is that you get a backrest out of the whole situation too. And it's really no heavier than carrying a yoke, or not much, with you. And it's in and out a lot faster than a removable yoke. The other solution to the problem that I've come up with is probably the same conclusion that a lot of you come to. Just do a removable yoke. I probably do it a little bit differently in that I use gear ties instead of trying to get a nut on the bottom of the bolt that runs through the gunnels, and that seems to work pretty good. Just wrap it around the bolt and it holds enough to get it up on your shoulders, and a little bit easier to take on and off, and you don't have to worry about losing the bolt since I've kind of passed them through the yoke. And then the other neat thing I've done is when you swing it back, I've actually got another hole back here so that can seat into that, and that works good when you're doing a quick succession of portages, because you can just kind of swing it back out of the way and then swing it back when you get to the portage and pop it up on your shoulders and carry it. Saves a bit of time, a little bit easier, I find, at least. And then I've kind of tapered off the edges on these too, so you're not wrapping your knuckles on them if you're paddling, rubbing up against the gunnels and stuff. That's handy dandy. That works for this yoke is that it's flat on the bottom, as you can see there. So that lets you do it. I know like the deep dish yokes and that, it won't work so well. You'll have to pull them in and out. I actually have a really nice, or had a really nice Swift yoke that I used to use, but the problem was, yeah, you had to pull it on and off every time, and I get annoyed with that when you're just doing quick portages one after the other. So I like this a little bit better, even though the yoke's not as comfortable as the Swift yoke I used to have. But I do still have the Swift gel pad on here, which I highly recommend. It's pretty comfy and pretty lightweight, really, for what it is. Hope that helps you guys out. Now get out there for a paddle.